And ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks. Yeah, you always in a fist for my heart to eclipse it. What up, YouTube?
YouTube! Hello, everyone. I am Michael William Johnson I, and I am here with the Ghost of KotahRoze. She is a solo artist like myself, and I always find time to help the locals, and we're all based in Indiana, Ohio, not that far away, so Indiana, Ohio with a slash or whatever.
I'm in Muncie, Indiana, born and raised. Muncie rock for life.
Yep. I'm from Richmond. I live in Marion. It is what it is.
No, I'm just kidding.
I used to romanticize Muncie. Because I was with a girl who would take me to Muncie, to the mall and McGalley and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, it's so fancy. So much so that when I became a wrestler, I always said, oh, well, build me from Muncie because that's the greatest place around us, right? And then when I got with a girl in Muncie and I saw the rest of Muncie, I was like, oh, it's not as good.
Right.
It's like peeking behind the curtain at Disneyland. It's
well, like Ball State is like another part of it's like separated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Ball State is like a completely different like part of Muncie. It's like two completely different places, really.
Right.
Which that's where I perform most. Would be Ball State.
You say you perform a lot at Be Here Now and places like that.
Yeah, Be Here Now that's like a home to me, and the Guardian Brewing Company, they've just been awesome to me too. They're kind of a new establishment, but yeah, both of those places is just home base for me. You know, it's where I get to be around locals that are driven and push me to pursue my dreams and what I love to do, which is play music.
Right. Would you say you play at the Be Here Now on like a regular basis? Like maybe like once a month or so?
Yeah, definitely. I'll show up and do open mics there, and I just played a show there for my birthday, actually, and it was a shit show. No, it was a lot of fun. They gave free tequila samples, so...
How dare you make this woman work on her birthday?
It was a time... Well, I mean, all of my friends got together and kind of like their, Christmas and birthday, because, my birthday's on Christmas, their present to me was a performance. And that's, that was just so awesome and so beautiful. So much more than anything that they could have given to me,
Right.
Because they just killed it. Every single person that I booked just absolutely killed it. And actually what I did, it was solo acoustic at the beginning of the night, and then I ended with hip hop. So, because I have hip hop friends, and I've just got, friends that are in different genres and stuff. So I just wanted to give all the locals a chance to play, because I enjoy all of their music.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you would say like an opinion about you that would be in the correct fashion would be you really like to support local musicians and people who take pride in like musical entrepreneurs and stuff.
Absolutely. I've like I was just talking about some of my hip hop friends. The shout out T-Faith. He comes like to all my shows and like stands up and watches me perform. And you know what I mean? Just when locals get together and are respectful and stand and watch you perform, like that is just all the love and like that is put into that. It's just awesome.
Like the worst fucking thing is playing a bar for like two people and then. I think the last show I played at a bar, I played for nobody. Everybody's just like 12 people at the bar, and then it's like, well, I'm paid to do this, so I'm going to do it.
Right. And I feel, I do feel like, in a bar scene, it's people, they're interacting, they're talking and stuff like that, and I get that, but it's really beautiful. Like I Be Here Now, the setting, how when I'm playing and performing, and I can look upstairs, and there's people peeking over and see, looking down and really.
Is that the place that's like the zombie on the ceiling or something like that? I don't know. I've played a lot of places. It's hard for me to.
Yeah, they've definitely got paintings in there. And it's changed a lot over the years too. Yeah. So, but yeah, definitely one of my favorite bars to play at. It's like I said, it's home. It's home to me. That's safe zone.
Right. Now you're a solo artist, and you told me off camera that you picked up guitar because you love to sing, and singing is like your virtue, is where you like to be. So you picked up a guitar so that you could play and be able to sing.
Absolutely. I mean, I've come a long way with it, and singing alone isn't what you know, like saved my life pretty much. Music in general and playing, and you know what I mean. I don't know where I would be as a person without that. Right. You know, if I didn't have that outlet, you know. And I just anyone that, you know, wants to pursue music or play music, like that's just, you know, I just encourage that so much because it helped me grow so much as a person, and it just helped me meet so many beautiful and awesome people. And so I just, you know, I push people to pursue music and, you know what I mean, get their voice out there and be heard, you know.
You know, one thing I really respect about Kotah, and like, I've known Kotah for a long time, not really super close or personal, like, but I've known of her and we've talked and we've met and stuff like that. But I had no idea she was playing music. I don't know. I'm not even sure if you were at the time. But
I definitely was.
Oh, okay. But she has told me, and if you don't want me to talk about it, I'll cut it out and everything. But we were talking on the phone last night before she came over here, and she was real adamant about, you know, being seen or being heard and not seen, because she's a very beautiful woman, and a lot of venues and places will look at her looks and not take her music seriously, and she wants to make sure that her music's being taken seriously. And then a lot of girls who have beauty like she does fucking will ride that shit no matter what their talent level is, and I don't respect that, but I respect her for trying to do music the right way and not try to rely on, like, oh, I'm beautiful, blah, 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 blah.
You know, the image is important, you know. It is important, and it does play, you know, come into play with, you know, the whole ordeal, but being heard, you know, and just doing what I love. It doesn't, none of this matters to me. It's what's in here. So
I mean, you see me, I fucking put a shirt on, I put a tie on, I do the eyeliner and stuff just because it's a presentation. So that is what it is. You know, but no one wants to scoot by and get, like, famous just because they're attractive. You know, if they're doing something that requires talent, you want the talent to be recognized.
But, and you know,
that's the thing.
What's just as, like, fulfilling to me is hanging out in a room full of my friends that are partying or, you know what I mean, doing their thing, and me being able to play music and not, you know, not in a performance aspect, just being able to pick up a guitar and sing and play, you know, for my friends, and even pass a guitar around and, you know, share each other's music, and not only music, but, you know what I mean, a part of themselves and their feelings, and, you know what I mean, just the energy and the vibe. See, I wasn't taught music, right. You know, I didn't go to school for music or anything like that. It all comes from here. It's all something I feel. And any covers I do, same thing, you know, like I feel it. So
yeah, I really like how you'll take a song and you'll cover it, but you'll do it in, like, your own style.
Right.
You know, you put your own spin on it, and I do sort of the same thing, but I think I stay a little closer to it because I don't have the. I guess I don't have I have too many fears of fucking doing things too out there, but you fucking just do it, and I really like that. I've sat here. We've been recording all day, and I've been sitting in a chair behind the camera, just watching her play. And when you can see Kotah get into what she's doing, it's fucking beautiful. And I'm not even talking about, like, her beauty or whatever. I'm just talking about the beautiful area, space that you can tell that she's in when she's into the music and she's playing. It's a very wonderful thing to see.
You know, and for me, when I play music, it is the only time that I am so focused on what I am doing that I forget about everything else. I let go, you know, of everything, and that was my outlet, and it really, like I said, it saved my life in a way.
Right. Now you play solo, you know, you do your own thing.
But I jam with people too. You know, we jammed, and you know, so I jam with people. But yeah.
But tell me, do you prefer to just go by yourself and live in that moment, or are you more like? I
would love to be in a band, but right now I just need to be on my, you know, be on my A game and. Get to the point where if I was in a band, I can do my part.
Right.
You know, and there to where other people, you know, people count on me. You know, I'm a front man. Like I am the, you know what I mean? I am the main. I'm what you look at. You know, so I'm the vocalist. So, but yeah, you know, image.
Well, there is like a very sweet creative freedom when you play by yourself, because you don't have to keep in time with other people, or you don't have to worry about this person's part or whatever. You are in control.
Absolutely.
So I get that a lot. That's why I do my own stuff now.
I was actually, for a while, I was introduced to a group of people, the Indigos. Shout out to the Indigos from Muncie. I was able to play and sing with them. They were going through this transition of getting new vocalists, female vocalists.
Right.
But there's like 12 people in their band. They have a lot of, like, you know what I mean? They have a horn section, and they've got a lot of, and they're just all awesome people. And the fact that I was able to have the opportunity to meet a group of people that were so talented and so good. Each person was so good at what they did, you know? And so I ended up, you know, going on my own route and doing my solo music. But, you know, that just helped me grow so much. Just
It's experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's all about the experience.
Yeah. What would you, now I've heard a lot of your music today and a little bit beforehand. I know you had problems with, you know, getting some sustainable stuff to be able to put out there, and that's what I'm helping her with today. What would you... I couldn't really classify your music in a specific genre because it's just so... It's so you know? And that's really hard to find with an artist is a genuine feeling from that artist. Like, you can't just be like, oh, well... that's alternative rock or that's metal or this is whatever. There's no fucking way that you're going to be able to put yourself into a category, which does make it a little harder to sell. Yeah. But you've got this nice, like, soulful, like, funky fucking just feel to you. Like, do you have a classification that you could put together?
I love folk music. I love punk music. I love metal. I love all types of music. You know, so, like, the category thing, it is hard.
Like, putting you on iTunes would be a fucking nightmare. Like, where do I put it? You know?
Where do I belong? I don't even know who I am anymore.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, I love folk music, and I love soul, and I like, you know, some of the stuff that I sing is sad. It's really sad. It's blues, you know, in a way. So, it's really hard to, you know, categorize, but I'd put it in a genre of folk music if I could. But, you know, some of my stuff, it's kind of poppy feeling a little bit too. So, you know, putting me in a genre is, you know, like describing me as a person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you try to describe me to someone else, usually they're like, you just have to meet her.
Right, yeah. The fucking girl with the tattoos, Jesus Christ. That's sad music. I write a lot of sad music too. It's really easy to connect with people, especially in a bar scene, people who are already kind of sad or depressed and stuff like that. And I don't know what you stand for as a human or what have you, but like it's really nice to play sad music sometimes because it helps other people feel it more.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. I mean, I was talking to you about this earlier, and I might have said this before, that with my music, you know, it wasn't something I was taught. It's all something, you know, that I feel. So it's all, you know, about a feeling. And, you know, that people that go to school for music, and that's beautiful, you know, but it was something that, it's not raw talent for me. It wasn't something like, I couldn't just, you know what I mean, pick up the guitar and do that since I was, you know what I mean, young. It was something that I really, really worked hard for.
Yeah. And, you know, nothing bad to be said about going to, like, music school or anything like that. Do it if you want to. But that shit gets in your fucking head, and you're thinking of time signatures and note patterns and scales and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, that you can't really focus on how to translate what's in your heart to what's in your hands and your soul and your music and your voice. You get too caught up with that stuff. And playing by feel is something I've always done, and she does it too.
Absolutely, that's it. It's just not something that I just don't understand it that way. You know, I can't read music.
Right, I can read tablature, but I can't read sheet music. Like that's a whole set.
My sister, she can play the piano, and she's, you know what I mean. Like,
have you ever collaborated with her?
She's a younger sister,
okay.
You know, so she's. You know, I can't take her to our bar with me to perform, but she, you know, just the way that she, you know, can play the piano and read music is just awesome. So when I'm actually teaching her to play the guitar right now, so it's hard to teach someone something that you weren't even really taught, you know, something that you had to put together yourself.
Learning how to play guitar really is like banging your head against the wall for the first quite a bit.
Banging my head against the wall.
And you do use capos, and that's pretty good. Do Do you have any specific type of capos that you like more than others?
Mine's very similar to yours.
Yeah.
Mine's very similar to yours.
I have some that screw. I have some that, do whatever. But
There's
this is my newest one.
I'm trying to think. The ones that they give to like a guitarist, and they're kind of just like temporary capos. I've used some of those, and they're trash. But I do have
fucking garbage.
But I have one good capo, and and it's cool because I use it depending on what key I'm singing in,
right.
or what how loud I am, or how high or low I'm singing, and
you primarily play with your fingers, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any sort of preferred brand of guitar or any sort of like body style that you like the most?
Oh man, okay. My first guitar was a Washburn. It was a full body acoustic, and I actually broke it.
I broke some guitars myself. Yeah.
Only one, and then right after it was done, I was like, oh,
why did I do that?
I know. And then I got my first electric not too long ago. It's a Gresh, and it's just cut out, beautiful
I think
guitar.
I saw it on your Instagram.
Yeah, that one. So I was blessed. I was blessed with my first electric guitar, and when I brought it to the bar, like the first time I performed with the guitar, I just like whipped it out, and one of my best friends was like, "Fuck you, dude!
Right?
Like, that guitar, it is way too cool for you."
Yeah.
But I started off with acoustic and a full body guitar. Is a kind of a big guitar for me.
She said in the car over here that she loves playing guitars that are bigger than her. Which doesn't take much. You are a very petite woman. So you got a guitar, and you put your nose to the grindstone. You fucking beat your head against the wall. You learn how to play guitar. You put your voice to it. So when, how, and how did you get into going from I'm at home playing to I'm going on stage?
Open mics. Play open mics.
Mm-hmm.
Put yourself out there. Get comfortable with singing in front of people. Even if it starts from inviting people over to jam or whatever you have to do to make yourself. Stage fright isn't something that I've really ever had, because what I did, what you're doing for me now is putting myself out there and putting me on the internet so people are, will be able to hear me and, find my music, which is beautiful and awesome. But what I worked really hard for was getting the performance aspect down to where when I put myself out there, that's what I'm doing, is trying to get people to come see me, perform. Right. So my performance needs to be down before I can even do that. So, I just worked so hard on just getting the performance aspect of it down before I even put anything out into the world. See, like right now, if you want to hear me, well, actually, I'm about to release some videos on YouTube and get my YouTube channel started, and record an EP, but definitely just fucking.
Do you want to tell them your Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram is TheGhostOfKotahRoze. And Facebook, you can just find me under Kotah Morgan, Kotah Morgan, Morgaine. Hit me up. You want to book me? You can just send me a message on there, and
don't give out your personal number now.
My number.
Did you have any anxiety before you decided to go do open mics and stuff like that? Was it kind of like a thing? Do you ever have that point in your life where you're like, do I really want to go play in front of people, or is this just a hobby for me? Did you make that transition?
I had it pretty down before I made that step to, put myself out there and go to a bar.
Play in front of a mirror or anything like that, try to see what you look like playing?
No, not really, because I think we talked about this the other night for a long time. We talked about, I'm a singer. I was never I'm a rhythm guitarist. I'm not a lead guitarist or anything like that. So I kind of, it's all an illusion. I used my voice to mask my shitty guitar playing for a really long time. And then I started getting better, it's something that just happened. I evolved, it's like in life, constant evolving.
I don't really believe in all this cosmos bullshit or whatever, but I feel like you've done your journey up to the point, and then we found each other to do this,
Absolutely.
If I did this a year ago with you, you probably wouldn't have been as good, and you probably wouldn't have garnered as much attention as you probably will now.
And neither would you have, mate.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all about.
Don't think that I'm not using this girl for views. I'm sort of
Everyone's
joking.
like, I'm just here for the hot chick.
Yeah, that was something that was said earlier on Facebook Live. Man.
No, I want to be heard, not seen.
Exactly.
Yes, I'm, beautiful and tattooed or whatever, but I'm really wanting to touch people with my music and with my words, and you know what I mean?
I've hung out with this girl all fucking day, and I've hung out with her before in the wrestling world. That's not important right now, but I have never once fucking heard her be like, I'm a bad bitch, or I'm so fucking pretty, or fucking blah blah blah. Guys,
I did some hair flips.
Guys, fucking
I like that.
Suck my toes or whatever the fuck. I'm a goddess. She's not like, she's surprisingly humble, and that is that's a good trait to have. I'm kind of a fucking like yeah, I'm badass or whatever. Like I kind of have those points, but that's more persona than fucking what I really feel like. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm a bad motherfucker, but inside I'm like, please like me. You know?
Right, for sure, absolutely.
What would you? God, it's like, how do you want people to perceive you? You know, like, do you want people to think, oh, that fucking hot bitch, or do you want like
as a person?
Yeah,
as a human being, like I'm.
Music is kind of cruel. Like we're kind of in a part where we're selling you now. So there's a bit of being kind of like a. Not like a I'm sucking dick whore, more like a fucking I gotta whore my music out or whatever.
Oh, that's really weird that you just said that, because that was something, I don't know, I didn't care, I'm gonna say it, that an ex of mine used to like really like beat me down about and say that the reason that I perform music is because I'm an attention whore.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, okay.
I mean, who doesn't like attention?
If you
first of all,
want to put it like that, and if you want to say that, you know what I mean, so be it. But you know what I mean. It's a good type of, you know what I mean, attention, and it's all love, and it's, you know what I mean. Really, just
there is such a thing as the wrong kind of attention, though.
Absolutely, but I'm just trying to explain through my music. You know what I mean, like what. Some of the things I've gone through in different words, less or more, right. You know what I mean? And just, kind of touch people with, what I've been through. I want people to come and meet me and, you know what I mean, get to, like, know me as a person. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to, be a one-hit wonder or really get famous. I want to play my music and travel and get by and get by.
Yeah, that is something to be said. Like I don't have any grandiose fucking ideals. Ideas. I'm sorry of being ideals. Yeah, totally different fucking word. Of being like this grand fucking rock superstar or whatever. But it would be very nice to be able to travel, go from gig to gig, make your money on the day, and be able to survive that way without having to beat your dick into the dirt in a factory somewhere,
Yeah, and the thing that sucks, I think we talked about this earlier about locals, like, all the locals are kind of like, you know what I mean, we're there for each other, but what it comes
That's why we're doing this now.
Absolutely, but the locals that aren't touring and traveling, those are the people that are usually taken advantage of because they, you know what I mean?
But you said like the bar was like, yeah, you can play a set, we'll just give you free beer. A
lot of venues do that. A lot of venues do that, because what they're trying to do is the bands that are touring and, you know what I mean, they want to pay them, and then they want to have the locals, you know what I mean, open.
Well, you're going to be here anyway.
We're, you know what I mean, just, it's...
Getting paid...
it's not even like that. I just want to be valued.
Right. I get that. But getting paid for your talent is a very wonderful feeling. And a lot of people who do music professionally or solely, and that is their goals, asking for, your $50 or whatever for an hour or whatever your price is not egotistical. It is not
knowing your worth.
It's knowing your fucking worth and being paid for your talent and your services. Because that bar is going to get patrons to come in to hear music, and if that music is you deserve some sort of payment.
Right,
not
it's like, I know
beer.
what I'm bringing to the table is worth a little bit more than some free drinks.
Exactly.
I'm, you know what I mean? But really, I'm okay with, you know what I mean, making bare minimum just because of all the awesome people that I've met. You know what I mean? We cross paths for whatever reason. I'm meant to be sitting right here with you.
Yeah.
or I wouldn't be. You know what I mean? You know, it was
the timing is right. Everything, like those stars aligned. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I don't even look at it like that. But you know what I mean? What's meant to be will be.
Yeah. I swear that's a song.
Right one.
Like the Beatles or something like that. I don't know what it was. Anyway, this has been almost a half an hour. I hope that you guys have gotten to know Kotah a little bit, and I hope you check her out. I'll be featuring her. I have words. I'll be featuring her. God damn it! I can't even say it. I'm not editing it out. Okay. I'll be featuring Kotah on my channel. We're building her own channel, so you'll be able to see her there. I will be linking her stuff through all of my stuff, and odds are, if you come to see me perform live, half of my set I'll give to her if she's there.
We're planning on making plans.
Plans, you know. She's going to have my back. I'll have her back. We're going to try to get ourselves booked in the same places and whatnot. Absolutely. Share some of the love. Get some other local talent out there. If you are in Indiana, Ohio, a local talent as we are, hit us up, man. Maybe there'll be a show somewhere or something that someone dropped off. I top billed a show at a bar not too long ago because the main attraction left. So I had to go and be, you know, the main event of that show because I was there. And stuff like that happens all the time. So hit us up, and, you know, when someone leaves or doesn't show up, maybe you'll be that person we call to come fill that slot, you know?
If you're ready.
Yeah, if you're ready.
When you're good and ready.
Is there any closing statements you would like to say before we go ahead and...
Nothing but love, you know. I want people to come out and meet me and, you know what I mean, get to know me on a, you know what I mean, a personal level, even talk with me about music and about life and about, you know what I mean, just shit, you know?
Right.
Like, I'm just...
please be respectful. That's, you know, she's female and she's gorgeous and she is what she is. There's no need
there's
no need to hit on her or make lewd gestures.
I'll punch you in the mouth.
Keep it about the music.
I won't. I'm a sweetheart.
But this has been the Ghost of KotahRoze, and I again am Michael Wim Johnson I, and we will see your asses down the road.
Thank you, Michael, so much.
Well, thanks for coming here and doing all this stuff. I really hope that it helps you.
Absolutely did.
Take care, everybody.